Hello? Yes, my name is John Doe from Doe Internet Security. Could I please talk to the person at your company who is in charge of internet security? Ah, that's you. Oh, cool. Look, we offer very interesting solutions in the field of IT security. Could I come and visit you to present our innovative solutions and products? No time. Our solutions are very innovative and on the latest technical level. We are also very flexible and customer oriented. With us, the customer is in the center of attention. We offer you the solution you need at a very good price performance ratio. Not interested. Sir, could I nevertheless send you some documentation? Hello? My name is not John Doe of Doe Internet Security. My name is Jörg Hilber. I am the Dean of the Swiss Institute of Economic Excellence. And sales excellence is one of the key issues we're doing research on and we're teaching on. And I would like you to explain, if you don't already know, why what you just saw, doesn't work and how you can do much better. So first of all, well, you understood that the key problem of John Doe and of many people who are in sales is that they are actually offering a quite good product or service, but it does not correspond to a current problem on the side of their customers. So they do not buy because the product or service isn't interesting, but because it's just a bad time. And that is the reason why you need to be positioned in the brain and heart of these people as the specialist in your area, as the competent person, so that they come to you once they need your product or service and you don't have to run after them. So the question is, how is that going to be possible? And anyhow, what I just described is the result of sales excellence. So the questions we are going to answer in this video is, what can you do so that your customer acquisition becomes a self-running process, so that it's really going to be easier, so that customers will come to you and you don't have to go to your customers. So now the first principle I would like to tell you about might sound like a paradox, because it is stop selling. You heard right, to start selling you need to stop selling. So why is that? You know, I studied very well people who are extremely successful in selling, because for over 30 years I do that. I coach people into sales championship. And now what I discovered is that the most successful salespersons are people who actually don't have a salesy attitude. They seem not to sell, and that is exactly what makes them successful. So on the other hand, it's also good news for you, because the less you act like a traditional salesperson, the less you have these, arguments and counter arguments and objection and blah blah blah, the less this happens, the more successful you will be. So the first tip here is, never go to a traditional sales course, because it's not going to help you. It will just make an actor out of you who learns some text that he is going to read, which are not your text. Selling is establishing relationships. Relationships come from the heart. So that means you need to be you. And if you are a bad salesperson, well, that's very good, because that is exactly what is going to make you successful. So the rule number one is, the less you sell, the more you sell. Now, nevertheless, that does not mean that you can simply do nothing. You must really do your homework, and there we are already at principle do, which is move to must have. Look, when I talk to the people, my students who are actually learning sales excellence, often I ask them the question, tell me why I absolutely have to buy your product or service, why I have to work with you and nobody else. And answers that very commonly follow are things like, because I'm competent, because our products are sustainable, because they're of high quality, because at our company you can get all from one source, you only have one contact person, we are near you, and we are so flexible. And then I am saying, forget it, there was no single argument in it, these were only non-arguments. So why are these non-arguments. What you just said is not an argument, it's obvious things. These are things that are obvious, otherwise I wouldn't work with you. Because do you think that I would work with somebody incompetent, buy products that are not sustainable, of low quality, who have to run to different sources, have so many contact persons where nobody knows me, far away from me, and you are not flexible? Well, that's not going to happen. These are not arguments. And secondly, the argument check is if what you say when I ask you why you is things that anybody else could say too, it is not an argument neither, because it doesn't distinguish you from competition. So probably the first thing you will have to do is work on your argumentation, so that finally you will achieve what we call the absolute argument. And the absolute argument is the very convincing answer to the question, why you? Why do I have to work with you? Why do I have to buy your product? Why do I have to buy your service? In just seconds, a very convincing answer must come, and this answer must be your answer. Nobody else in the world should say that. And then I will say yes. And you see, this answer is not going to be about you. It is not going to be self-adulation, because I'm great, I'm competent, blah, blah, blah. This answer is going to tell me what are the unique benefits that come from me working with you, buying your product, and so on. So probably you will have to work on that, but we'll work on it together, and you will see it is possible. So in short words, that means you need to move from nice to have to must have. The next very important principle is you need to reduce your target. And for that, I'm going to give you an example. One of my students, one of the persons who wanted to be much more successful in sales, was a young financial consultant. She was 28 years old. She was having her own company, and she was doing financial consultancy to people and also to small enterprises. She wasn't very successful, I have to tell you, because what she sold was what actually everybody sells. You know, every person in financial consulting more or less offers the same services, the same bank or insurance products. Now something else happened. The lucky lady was pregnant. She was expecting a child, and she was really, really happy about that. But at the same time, she asked herself the question, what am I gonna do? I mean, with the baby, how do I take care of my baby and you know, continue with my job at the same time? And we were working on that, and then we had an excellent idea. Let us make your motherhood, the fact that you have a baby, that you're a young mother, your absolute argument. So what did she do? From that day on, she decided that her target would no longer be just everybody, because of course she could work for everybody, but that her target would be young parents, and only young parents, because of course young parents have huge financial issues. You know, they might want to buy a house for their family, or they have to ensure the financial future of the children so that they could study later on. So she decided from that day on she would only work for young parents. And so she set up an office, which at the same time was a small children's playground. You know, there were toys and so on. And so the parents could come to her office with their babies or young children, which then could play with the young child of that financial consultant. And I want to tell you that worked so well, because she was so credible with this new target group, and these people felt understood because the person that consulted them was in the same position. And it was great. Sales exploded. And of course also she recruited her customers where nobody else did. For example, in pregnancy gymnastics, that was a place, or in children's playing groups, that's where she went. No other financial consultant recruited there. So she suddenly had that reduced target that was just her target, and it worked extremely well. And that is a general rule. The more you are specialized, the more your target is limited and really fits who you are, the more successful you will be. And now comes the next principle, which is become memorable. Not only did this lady from now on consult young families, she also changed her profession. She changed the profession financial consultant into the finance nanny. And of course now that was really memorable to everybody, because there are hundreds and thousands of financial consultants all over the world, but only one finance nanny. And you know how that brings her issue to the point? Because the same way you want to take good care of your young children, she will take extremely good care of your money. The next principle is automate your sales. I won't be able to go all too much into detail about that, but let me just say that. First of all, what is important is acquisition needs to be part of your life, even if it is not the main aspect of your job. So for example, if you're self-employed, of course, you will have to run your business, but you will have to win customers as well. So reserve time for customer acquisition all the time. And then you need to set up a database with all your contacts, with all your clients. You need to contact them regularly with your message, with your story. You need to set up an internet funnel that is a self-runner that will automatically generate customers. So the thing is this, my few minutes that I have available here won't be enough to explain to you exactly how that works, so that will become later. I'm sure you understand that. So now, basically, the question, what is sales excellence, is answered, because it consists of 5 elements. The first one is you need to stop selling. The less you sell, the more you sell. You need to move to must-have, you need to reduce your target, you need to become memorable, and you need to automate your sales. So this is a lot of work, and I understand that. But the good news is we can do this work together. We can do it together. We can set up your great sales strategy. We can move you to sales excellence. So now how is it going to happen? So of course, you need to sign up first so that we can grant you access to free learning videos, but also so that we can put you on the waiting list so that you are among the first who join our Sales Excellence course. And once you follow these lessons, I would really suggest that in addition to the course, you also book your coaching and mentoring sessions. Because we need to discuss the results, we need to discuss about what you work on, about your results, so that we can really optimize them together. So I really do hope that you will join this first Sales Excellence class so that I can know you better, so that we really can work on your selling and on your success. And I am sure that Sales Excellence is really going to change your life, is going to make you so successful as you never were. And I promise that. So sign up and I'll talk to you in person very soon.